I like to consider myself a voyager. I have always liked traveling, and I have been in all continents except Antarctica. It has started when I was a kid with my parents, and has continued after that. If you consider the places I live, the places where I went for leisure, and the ones for work, I have been in total in 42 countries. You probably have seen this application in Facebook, where you can draw a map with all the places you visited. Let's try to create a little more advanced version of that map in Tableau. So what I have here, I have a file that contains the list of countries I have been, and for each country, I have recorded the number of weeks I've been spending in total. And I have a third column, which is here to be able to distinguish in between vacation, residence, and work. So to draw the map in Tableau is super easy. Just need to double click on the country, and then I will have a dot for each country. But then if I want to put the number of weeks in, I can just double click on that. And as you can see, the issue now is that it's very clear. The dots on France and Australia are very clear, but all the other ones are super tiny. The reason is that I lived in both these places, and therefore it's where I spent most of my time. So one quick way to fix that issue would be to exclude the place where I have actually lived. So I will filter out on the residence, and now it's much clearer. Now you can see all the dots into the many countries. But one of the things I don't like about that representation is that the dots is put in the middle of the country. And if you consider a country like Australia, the dot is actually in the middle of nowhere. So let's try to do another map types. I will go with a field map this time. So now it's much better, I think. Now you can see that I cover a bit of space in the earth, but there's still a bit of issue here. One of them will be that if you consider, for instance, Indonesia, it looks like I've been to every single island there. And actually, I have only been to places like Bali, Sulawesi, and Lombok. And worst of all, I cannot see anymore that I've been to places like Malta, Réunion Island, or even Luxembourg. These places are simply too tiny. On the other hand, have you noticed Canada? Your eye cannot miss it, simply because it's massive. But if you have a closer look, you will see that I have actually only spent 1 week there. So I wish I've been to places like Russia or China instead of all these tiny countries. That would have been much more impressive. And showing off is all what Facebook is about, correct? So let's stop this little demonstration here. What I wanted to illustrate is that when it comes to maps, as with the other visualization, it's not a one-size-fits-all, and there are a number of mistakes to avoid. Also, I don't know if you're aware, but we've talked about field maps and symbol maps, but there are actually many more options which are available. Have you ever heard of bivariate symbol, bivariate color palette maps, point distribution maps, density map, X-style maps, X-bin maps, value by alpha maps, spider maps, or flow maps? So the goal of this presentation is to have a comprehensive view on all the different techniques, understand how to implement them in Tableau, and review the advantages and limitations of each technique. Regardless of your level of expertise in Tableau, this session will help you to determine what map type is the best for your particular use case. Thanks.